Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf TV. We're Piers and Andy. We're on the 18th tee at the Asprey Impact Show Monday. Andy, what have we got in store?
Today we're talking about giving the legs a reason to move. Let's take charge of your game. So welcome to this week's Impact Show. This is where we answer your questions on your game to help you create more impact.
It sure is. Please get involved today. Go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag Impact Show. Post your questions and hopefully we'll be answering them soon. Lots of questions today actually, isn't it?
Questions, yes we have. So bear with us on this one. It's a slightly longer video. We've got Trackman involved. We're going to be getting numbers. We're going to be doing slow-mos and hopefully giving you guys something very beneficial to take away from today's video to help your game. So questions, Piers. We've had a lot through, but over the weeks we tend to see the same ones over and over again. So we thought, well, why not let's do a video today to almost answer all these questions in one.
To do more videos then. People don't need to see our ugly mugs ever again then.
Exactly. So the type of questions that we ask: how can I fix my slice? How can I stop hitting to the golf ball to the right? How can I make sure I shift my weight to the lead side? How can I stop coming over the top and early releasing? So what we wanted to do today is that a lot of people are aware that they do these faults, Piers, these swing faults so-called, but they often work at these with very little results. Now there's often a reason behind this. Now when it comes to these faults that we see are often symptoms of something else. So if somebody comes to us with a problem, let's say over the top or they're hanging back, we would straight away think about, yes, we'd want to fix that, but there's something else that needs to change first, which is usually, Piers,
it's usually a club face which is open to the path when striking the golf ball. So basically that means, as it says, club face is pointing to the right of the path for the right-handed golfer when striking the golf ball. Now that will make the golf ball curve to the right. Now if you're slicing the golf ball, obviously a slice is one that curves out of control. Suddenly that becomes very hard to play with that. And we often see then people, you know, as you said, Andy, they struggle to do all those fix those other swing faults, but they actually throw in a few compensations as well.
They do, yeah. And often that, with these symptoms really, are just trying to correct the ball curving off to the right. So this over the top, this hanging back, this early release are really all in an effort to actually square the club face, really.
Let's explain that a little bit closer, shall we, with me swinging on it. You're absolutely right. So as you said, imagine the club face is pointing to the right. If I were to hang back onto my back foot, if I were to swing over the top, if I were to get the club head and throw it in early, all that is doing there is helping the club face point more to the left, giving yourself a chance of getting the golf ball to go onto the green.
So you can, as much as you want to fix the weight shift, the over the top, the early release, if you haven't fixed the face, if your ball is still curving to the right, you're going to find it very, very difficult to do that. So what we wanted today to show you is we've got Trackman, we're going to hit some shots, show you some numbers, and then we're going to give you something that's really going to help you fix these issues in your downswing, whether it be this weight shift or over the top or early release. Now, Piers, let's hit a shot where you can deliver an open face to impact and nothing else changes. Okay, so I'm going to actually set up to the golf ball, as you said there, and I'm going to do everything in my golf swing that I would do normally. Apart from, I'm actually going to get the club face open. The grip is going to help me, so I'm going to bring my hands over the top of the handle there a little bit to help me. I'm going to now in my backswing get that club face over rotating. I'm going to get that face open in my backswing and in my downswing. But as you said, I'm going to do everything else that I would like to do in a normal shot. Okay, so let's give that a go. We'll have a look at the numbers.
All right. High, right, and not particularly handsome.
No, do you know what? The golf swing looked pretty good, but obviously the ball has missed target, as we can imagine. So in terms of looking at the numbers on this, let's have a look. So club path there was pretty good, negative 1.8, so slightly to the left, which is okay, not too far away. But if we look at the face to path here, 11.5 degrees. So the face to path there, plus 11.5 degrees, open. Now, if you're on the range or on the golf course, you're not going to consistently hit shots to the right. You're going to have to make compensations to hit it towards the target. And that's where we see the hang back, the over the top, and the early release coming in.
Sure are. So I'm into the golf ball.
You're into the golf ball. So so what
have a look at the golf swing there, Andy, as well. What did we see in the golf swing when I did that?
So if we just have a playback of the golf swing here, we'll see that as you swing back here, you'll see the club face is over rotating very early in the backswing there. Pretty good to the top of the backswing, but the face is definitely open compared to usual. And as we come back down to impact, we'll see the plane is pretty good, but the face through impact is definitely open there, and you can see the ball starting off to the right. So
it was right.
Early rotation in the backswing there, that face opening too much really has just caused that ball to go off.
Okay. So what we're going to do now then, we're going to see if I can hit the golf ball. The objective is to hit the golf ball onto the green. So, but having the club face open. So I'm going to do everything I did before with the club face in the backswing, getting it open, but I'm now going to do everything I can in my downswing to make the club point more to the left, and I'm going to throw in all 3 of those swing faults. Okay.
Okay.
Early release for me is a little bit tricky because I do get quite a lot of shaft lean, but I'm going to swing on this one over the top, and I'm going to hang back, and let's see what numbers we get.
See if you can find the target then, Piers. So the face is going to be open, but you're going to do the faults that we've talked about.
I hope I can reach. That's one thing in my mind now. Can I reach 155 yards with a 7-iron?
So there's the hang back.
It's got to go.
Beautiful high shot, and actually you found the target there,
green. Yeah, look at that.
On the green. So let's take a look at the numbers on this one here now. So we have a club path, which is 12.6 to the left.
Okay.
Which we would imagine over the top.
Felt very left.
12.6 to the left. But a face to path now of plus 3.7. So your face to path was actually, wasn't that bad. It was 3.7 degrees to the right of your path. So that's why the ball's hit the target.
Yeah.
But we can see you had the faults.
Yeah.
Now, you know what, you'd be pretty happy with that if you're playing golf. But in terms of progressing your golf, you'd want to fix those problems.
You would indeed. Let's have a look at the golf swings on that. Andy.
Okay, so the golf swing here, we'll see big difference on this one. So you can see the face is still open on the way back. As we get to the top of the golf swing now, if we look at the front view, we'll see that what we can see now, you're hanging back, but also on the down the line, we can see that over the top and that club swinging very much to the left there. So there's those symptoms that we talked about, but compensation. So what we're going to go through now is we want to fix the face. We want to get a more of a squarer face in the backswing. Now, the whole theme of this video, Piers, is talking about giving the legs a reason to move. Now, when we talk about this, one player in particular sort of stands to mind, doesn't he?
It does indeed. So Dustin Johnson, possibly one of the best ball strikers out there at the moment. He has very much got he's got a very big reason to move, in that when he swings to the top of his backswing, we see that he gets into this unorthodox left wrist position. Got mixed up there, Andy. But his golf club on the way back is in quite closed, and then he gets into this closed position at the top because of the wrist mainly. But then on the way down now, if he was just to pull his arms down and not use his lower body, that golf ball is going left all day long. So what he has to do from this position here is he has to drive his body toward the target. He rotates. He leans the shaft forward. He's not really going to be coming over the top of the plane. He's going to be doing all those good things that we'd like you to do in order just to square the club face up. So in his case here, he hits it better than anybody. So, so a closed club face is probably better than an open club face.
And then we talk about it so much. If you've got that open club face, there's no reason for the legs to move. And this is what we're talking about here. So give us a guide then, Piers, in terms of, I'll put a ball on the tee for you in a moment. Give us a guide of what we're looking for in terms of the face position through the backswing.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do first of all. I'm just going to go very quickly go through my swing again just while we're here, so you can see that the club face is opening throughout. So when we get this opening club face, it's almost as if the face wants to point towards my face. We talk about this when we're playing flop shots. What we often get people to do when they're on the range with us is actually feel as though the club face is pointing more away from their face. So you can see the club face in a very different position here. Now this is more of a Dustin Johnson position, but this is great for getting people to then, as you say, giving their legs a reason to move. But as far as checkpoints are concerned, guidelines for you, if you can video yourself and if you can see when the club is parallel to the ground, that the leading edge of the golf club is running parallel to the spine angle, you're in a pretty good place there. Someone who is open is starting to look a little bit more like this. Okay, so the wrist angle's changing a little bit maybe. And then at the top of the backswing, we'd want to see that the leading edge is running parallel to the forearm. Okay, that would be what we would class as a square position. That there is a little bit more toe down, a little bit more open, a bit more lofted, twisted, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so from this position here, guess what? Very tricky to actually hit it.
So a great guide just in your backswing there. If we can get the club face in a better position here, you've got a much better chance of actually squaring that face to path and impact, but then you now have a reason to move those legs, and now you can start fixing the hanging back, the over the top, or the early release. So let's hit a shot, Piers, where we can just get the face in a better position. Let's show the guys at home what it would look like from your golf swing, really.
Okay, so what I'm doing straight away is I'm neutralising my grip. I'm going back to my normal grip that I would have. But then from there, club face, maybe just have a few sort of rehearsals, make sure that's in the system there. Right, let's pull the trigger.
So a much squarer shot. That was actually pretty straight, much at the target, that one.
Interesting, look how much further it's gone. Look how much further it's gone as well.
So interesting when we look at this one now, really quite different. Club path 0.0.
No way!
I think there's a malfunction here. There's a malfunction
here. Definitely that was correct. I knew it.
Club face, face to path is 0.6 plus 0.6. I mean, hardly anything there. So it just shows there that, you know, the face position on the way back really helped you get that face to path in a better place. And we can see by the shot, that was a great shot, by the
Yeah.
way. You know, just getting those two things in that position. If we take a look close up on the screen here as well, slow-mo, we'll see that as we go back here, waist height, we can see the face in a very much different position.
Yeah.
And then all the way to the top of the golf swing, again, very much in a different position. And as we move it down into that downswing now, we can see club very much close to that plane. Yeah. And then through impact, really, really good. So
Nice.
it just shows if you can get the face in a good place, Piers,
Yes.
then it's going to give you a much better chance of correcting all these issues. Now, we have a drill. We want to give you guys a drill to go away with that's going to help you today improve this club face position throughout the backswing. Piers, talk us through it.
Okay, so what we need you to do, if we imagine my target line is in there, takes a little bit of setting up. Okay, so golf ball, you can see 2 golf balls on the target line. Now, the objective here is that we will often see people when they're slicing the golf ball or getting that club face too open, we see that they really do get it wrong to start with, don't they? So when they start their takeaway, they get a little bit of that rotation in the face. You've seen us do this in countless swing analysis of people out there that their takeaway isn't so good. So the objective is here that when I take the club back, I want to feel as though there's no excessive rotation with the club face. And what I'm going to do with this golf ball here that's behind the golf ball I'm going to hit, I'm going to feel as though I push that ball up the target line. Now, I'm not getting my club going up the target line, I'm just starting the ball off going up the target line. Just put that back on the tee there.
And what you're going to notice, if you're somebody who rotates the face early, the club is going to very much, sorry, the ball is going to very much come inside that target line. So getting the club to sort of move back in more of a straight line is going to just keep that face squarer through the initial move away.
Okay.
Pretty good shot there, and we can see the ball went pretty much straight back there, and a pretty neutral path on that one there, Piers.
Again, if we see people when they twist the face like this on the way back and open it viciously, that ball can go quite a bit inside.
Definitely. So a lot of information there, guys, but I think it's something that we wanted to cover. If you are somebody who's swinging over the top or hanging back or having this early release, don't just try and fix those symptoms of the problem. Find the cause, which is often the club face. Work on the club face, and you're going to find those things a lot easier.
There you have it. We hope you enjoyed that. Post any questions you have about that down below, and we will get back to you soon. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so, because it allows you to see videos like this every single week.
Yes, definitely. And if you want to improve your ball striking this year, make sure you check out our latest video series, 4 parts, Strike Your Irons Pure. Click the link in the corner. It's definitely going to help your game this year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.